Are you tired of farming for the Mother's Sorrow Inferno Staff and getting the training trait? Or maybe you slug all the way through Scalecaller Peak to get that sought after Zon helmet, but you've got the sturdy trait on it except for Divines. Well, you are in luck because I'm going to show you how to turn your weapons and armor into the God roll traits that you want for your build with the system of transmuting items. Hey, my name is Adam with brahwegotthis, and something that I had realized over the last month is a lot of players don't really understand what transmutation is or how to even do it. This is a key part of the game of ESO that allows you to really not farm for hours on end if you don't want to, and I'm going to go through the system and how it works, the caveats to the system that you need to be careful of, and I'm going to show you the multiple ways to get transmutation crystals and which ones are the best methods to farm. By the way, if you ever want to ask questions or come by and hang out, I do stream on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday on twitch.tv/brahwegotthis at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link is in the description. Also, if you want to join our Discord and guilds, the links are in the description as well. And lastly, make sure to like, subscribe, heavy attack that bell icon to stay up to date on my content and giveaways. So the transmutation system in ESO came with the Clockwork City DLC update, but it is accessible throughout the base game if you've got the game now, and if you have a transmute station. The transmute station can be purchased from the Master Writ Merchant by doing Master Writs in your capital cities. I like to go to the Elden Root one. You can also get one through the Crown Store and the Guild Traders for gold. But luckily for you, if you join our guild, we have one in our guild hall right here that is usable. The other place you can transmute them is Clockwork City in the Brass City. You'll see that there's a transmute symbol there, and you can go there if you've got the DLC or ESO Plus. It is right there. But again, you can join our guild and get it in the guild hall. What this allows you to do is it changes the traits of a piece of armor or weapon to the desired trait that you want. However, you can only change the trait to a trait that you have researched on your character. So for example, if you wanted to change the trait of this burning Spellweave Inferno Staff from precise to say sharpened, you would need to have the sharpened trait researched on that character. This is why in all my beginner guides, I say to have one character research items. It is very important from early on in the game. If you'd like to check out my crafting beginner guide and other beginner guides, I'll link them in the description and at the top of the screen, but these show you how to research items. And something to keep in mind again, this is a character-based thing. So say that I'm on this account, like this is my main account now, and I have 8 traits researched on items. If I switch to another character with no research on any items, I can't transmute any items on that character. So all my transmuting I end up doing on my main account because I've done all the research here. Another thing to keep in mind with the system is, one, you can't have other players transmute items for you because once someone transmutes an item, it binds it to their account. Another tip is, again, you can't transmute an item and then try to sell it on a guild trader because, again, when you transmute the item, it binds it to your account. So you can't sell items. You can't just go farm Mother's, Sorrow in Deshawn and then transmute it to the perfect roll and then sell it. You just can't do that. That would be insane. Now you may ask, so how do you actually transmute items? And I'm going to show you right now. So again, I'm at the guild hall and I'm at the transmute station. So you go to the transmute station and you've got all the items. All the items can pull from your inventory and your bank. So you see items, so I have the weapons, the armor, and jewelry. Okay, so you have any of these that you can do. You see you have all your crystals down here. And if I go to, let's say, Master Architect Inferno Staff, say I want to change from defending to sharpened or, let's say precise, this is going to cost 50 transmute crystals. You see that down at the bottom. And that is the same for basically all the items in the game. So 50 transmute crystals per item. So again, it is a hefty cost, but it is something that is really nice and doesn't, make you farm anymore for this item. And something that is nice as well is if you transmute this item, you can transmute it again if you'd like to. It's not like a cap where if you transmute it once, you can't do it again. You can transmute it multiple times. And all your transmute crystals are account wide. So you don't have like inventory space where all your crystals take that up or anything like that. It's in your currency tab. And so all the crystals that you earn from other characters will be there. So that is another nice thing with this system. But obviously, I'm not going to transmute this because I don't really want to. But again, it costs 50 crystals to do this. And also remember, with the new Markarth update, they will be increasing the cap from 200 transmute crystals to 1,000 transmute crystals for ESO Plus members. And if you don't have ESO Plus, it'll go from 100 to 500, which is insane. If you want to check out my video on the Markarth details, it is in the description and at the top of the screen. But again, that is how you transmute items. Now, how do you actually get these crystals from transmuting? Here are ways that you can get these. You can get them from Vet Maelstrom Arena, Vet Dragonstar Arena, Vet Undaunted Pledges, completing your first random vet or normal dungeon with the group finder, also your battlegrounds as well. You can get them from weekly trial quests into the campaign rewards, which are in Cyrodiil, and I will talk about that briefly here in a little bit. You can get them from leaderboards for trials, battlegrounds, and arenas, and you have a chance of receiving them from final bosses in vet and normal dungeons. You also have a chance of receiving them from just doing random dungeons through the group finder after your first one, and rewards of the worthy, which are from PvP. You can also receive these from specific events as well that ESO runs from time to time, like, certain in-game events, like right now, Lost Treasures of Skyrim is going on, but certain events like that sometimes reward them from the reward boxes. These crystals will usually drop in the form of uncracked transmutation geodes. These will have rarities to them like armor and weapons. The higher the rarity, the more crystals you usually get from them. Now, the best way to actually farm transmutation crystals and geodes are two ways, in my opinion. The easiest way to get transmutation geodes without tons of effort is just doing your daily pledges in random dungeon and battlegrounds. If you want to check out my beginner Undaunted guide, I have that linked in the description or at the top of the screen, and it explains what pledges are. But if you do 3 pledges just on normal, your random dungeon, and the battleground, you can get probably at least 10 to 20 crystals on one character, because you will get geodes from each pledge, the random dungeon, and battleground, plus the final bosses may drop geodes in the dungeon as well. Then you can do this on all of your characters if you'd like as well. This is the simplest way to farm them, especially if you don't have tons of time to play each day. Also, you can earn these on characters lower than level 50 by just doing random dungeons and battlegrounds as well. It's really, really nice. Then the other way is getting to tier 1 in Cyrodiil campaign every 30 days. Now, I may make a video on this eventually on the fastest way to get to rank 1, but basically you can get 50 transmute crystals per character every 30 days if you reach tier 1 rank in Cyrodiil. In order to reach rank 1, you just need to get 25k alliance points. This can be gained through doing daily quests, killing players, capping things, many things. All you have to do is make sure you're doing the 30-day campaign, and make sure you set the campaign as your home campaign. So if you're in the Alliance War here, you can, click a campaign right here and you see press R to make it your home campaign. Make sure that is set on all your characters and you will get those crystals if you reach rank 1. This requires a little bit more of playing if you want to get super into it, and you're going to have like multiple characters to really take advantage of this. But personally, I'd rather just farm pledges and dungeons. Also, don't forget you will get them every week in trials as well from your weekly trial quests, and possibly at the final boss every time you do a trial. So the reason getting these crystals is so important is because, again, this can help you not farm as much if you get an item that you want but doesn't have the perfect role on it. Also, with the new item set collection system coming to ESO, you will be able to use crystals to make gear that you have previously deconstructed. If you want to check out that guide, it is in the description as well or the top of the screen, but just remember my rule of thumb when it comes to deciding whether or not to transmute an item. Think to yourself, is this item easy to farm? For instance, Burning Spellweave versus Venomous items. Venomous items are easier to farm because they're in the overland of Skyrim and they drop from multiple sources. So I would probably not use crystals on a Venomous item if I had to, unless I just really need it right then. Also, don't transmute any item under CP 160, it is a waste. And also, will this be an item that I use a lot or I'm just gonna throw away in about a day? Because if you're unsure and you transmute it and then scrap it 2 days later, you could have saved those crystals for something else. But again, that is a judgment call you will have to make for yourself. Anyways, I hope this guide helped all of you out. And again, drop a comment below letting me know any questions that you have for this guide. I will gladly try to answer them. And you can always ask questions in my Twitch chat on twitch.tv/brahwegotthis, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am there. The link is in the description for that. You can join our guild and Discord. The link is in the description to that as well. And make sure to like, subscribe, heavy attack that bell icon to stay up to date on all content. And again, I want to give a shout out to all my patrons and all the new patrons we gained last week. I really appreciate all of you. If you'd like to join the Patreon, I'll put the link in the description. You guys can check out all the benefits there. We've got some great benefits like early access, vlogs, and Q&As, and much, much more. So until next time, y'all, you guys have faith, be great, and I'll see you on ESO.